Oh, hello there. Dumb Guy Heath, here to talk about the movie Return of the Jedi. And the reason that Barry and I are going to be talking about this one is that The Force Awakens is almost here. Actually, we're going to post this video on the day it comes out. So we're going to watch Jedi just as a refresher course and to see if it changes our perspective on what may or may not happen in The Force Awakens.
Okay.
Now, I've always considered Jedi to be the weakest of the original trilogy, but it's still pretty good. Han Solo is very weak after being extremely good in Empire. And that's a huge disappointment because you left Empire going, what happened to Han? And he's frozen in carbonite. He's unfrozen and he kind of acts like a tool.
Power.
The Ewoks are probably the silliest part of this movie. I kind of wish the Stormtroopers won in that part, actually.
What?
Now, the special editions kind of made Jedi worse, mainly because of the song. Now, if you've seen it, you know about the song, and it's just awful. I have to fast forward. I can hardly watch it. Another thing is you'll see there's a part where Jabba's ships are flying over dunes, and the dunes themselves are CGI, and the ships are CGI on top of that, and that part just does not hold up well over time. It does not hold up as well as the old special effects. They really should maybe re-edit this one, take those parts out, and put back in the part where Luke builds his lightsaber. I'd recommend going on YouTube, looking up the deleted scenes from Jedi, and there's some good things that were left out.
Okay.
Both Vader and the Emperor are well done. The appearance of the Emperor is really interesting. He looks like a feeble little old man, but you're still very scared of him.
Power.
Now, some of the best storytelling in this is the lightsaber battle between Luke and Darth Vader. You see him tempted by the dark side, really overwhelmed. There's two powerful dudes he's facing, and he's young, inexperienced, but he stands up, overcomes it all, and emerges a Jedi.
Ho.
Now, did this change my expectations of The Force Awakens?
Ho.
Not too much. I mean, a minor thing that I saw was that Luke still had his green lightsaber on his belt during the dancing scene at the end with the Ewoks.
Okay.
So he could potentially still have it in The Force Awakens.
Ho.
Another thing is, even though the Ewoks are silly, they're nothing in silliness compared to Jar Jar.
What?
And so what I would want to see from The Force Awakens is a feeling like I'm in the original trilogy universe more so than the prequels universe. So I hope that they pull it off. Good luck to you guys, because I don't want to sit in the theater again for a prequel-looking movie.
Okay.
Now, Barry.
Power.
One dumb guy out, over to you.
Oh, good review, Heath. As you can see, I just woke up from a nap, but I'm ready to review Return of the Jedi. Now, Return of the Jedi used to be my favorite of the original trilogy, and I think it still holds up for the most part. There's a lot of great scenes in Return of the Jedi. Luke is a badass. It's the first time we get to see him really as a Jedi, and he's got that black suit on in the beginning.
I'm cool.
And he's got that black cloak, and he's using the Force as he enters Jabba's palace, and there's just some really cool stuff there. There was some cheesy parts to Return of the Jedi, though. There's definitely Han Solo kind of loses his edge toward the middle and end of Return of the Jedi. When I don't know, maybe it's the atmospheric pressure on the moon of Endor, because he gets kind of goofy. He's kind of silly, and I don't really like that Han. I like the grittier, kind of snarkier Han Solo, and especially when he basically gives up Leia because he thinks that Leia and Luke are in love.
Go. Take Luke and run off. That's cool.
I just don't see him doing that. I see him fighting for it, so not really the direction I wanted that character to go. And yeah, the Ewoks are a little bit silly. But you know what? I'm okay with that. I give him a pass. Because it still wasn't as bad as Jar Jar Binks. And at least they were practical. There were little guys in suits, rather than CGI that just looks silly, looking back at some of the prequel stuff. Definitely some of the best scenes in all of Star Wars is the lightsaber battle at the end of Jedi when the Emperor is taunting Luke Skywalker.
Use the dark side of the Force.
Trying to get him to use the dark side, trying to get him to turn. Darth Vader obviously steps in to protect the Emperor. The battle ensues, and Luke Skywalker comes out on top of Vader. Just those scenes were some of the best, and you can't take that away. And I know, like I said, my views have changed a little bit on what Jedi is. It probably is no longer my favorite of the original trilogy, and probably my least favorite of all of them because of some of the things I've pointed out. But you can't take away some of those parts that are the greatest scenes in all of the trilogies. That's what I've got to say about Return of the Jedi. Let's hope that Force Awakens is good, and I think it's going to be.
Oh, that was funny, Barry. I just here talking to my trusted council, which includes Captain Picard, Yoda, Kylo Ren, and this eagle dude from the Muppets. And I've decided, through a lot of thought and a lot of deliberation, even though not everyone here agrees with me, that I'm going to add to this council. And the first thing I noticed looking at my council is there's no females. I've decided to add Rey. Make it so. With no further ado, let's go ahead and do an unboxing. And my personal style of unboxing is just to manhandle it. Rip it right open. Ready? Here we go. Oh, you will regret your choices. Kylo, behave. I know you guys don't get along in the movie, but you're going to have to get along here. Jeez. Seriously. Alright, so first thing that pops out is Rey herself. Ooh, the arms are kind of stiff. They don't move that well. Legs are alright. She's a lot smaller. Wow, she's going to be by far the smallest member of this council. But I don't expect that to hold her back. Now, what I'm taking out next is this staff. Make it so. There's a couple other things. Now, this is the Starkiller Base version of Rey. So it comes with a couple little accessories here. Not really sure what it is. There's some instructions. So it says to put it on a stand. What? Oh, you have to buy all these characters that I ripped apart to get the whole part of this gun thingy. So this is just the part that you hold. So this is incomplete until I buy other characters. This is a little baggy. Let's see, how does this work? Okay, I get it, I get it, I get it. I can totally get it. I get it, I don't need your help. Yoda, I can do it by myself. It'll go. This baggy is challenging. No, Kylo Ren. It does not mean that Rey is inadequate. It just means she's complicated. What do you have to say for yourself, Rey? Just told you. Alright, one piece is in. The other piece is in. Now this says ages 4 and up. How's a 4-year-old going to put these parts in? I can't even do it. Alright, so now I think it goes like this. Alright. Oops. Take this part off. Put it around. Alright. Alright. Okay, I think I'm getting this. It's not on all the way. I think this is what you're supposed to do. There she is, the newest member of the council, Rey. So Rey, welcome to the council. I hear through rumors we might be related. I don't know what you heard, but that's just all speculation. Maybe you and I have the same father. Who would that father be? That father is me. What did you say, Luke Skywalker Black Series still in the box?
All right, we're about to take a room tour right now. of Barry the dumb guy's room, and this is where all the magic happens. So here we go. Entering the room. Oh, look at this. Yeah, this is where I do all my filming. So I've got the green screen up with my lighting and everything. See, I got the big light here, supposed to hang overhead. I still haven't figured out how to get that little pulley system to work, but I'm figuring it out so far. So let's take a little tour over here. We'll come walk over here. This is where a dumb guy goes to sleep. Look at this. Nice messy bed. I don't make it every day. I can't do that. It's too much work. And then this is where I fall asleep and watch TV. So that's cool. And then we'll get a shot of the green screen. See that? I got it set up. I have to duck underneath it to get into the bathroom. But it's worth it to have the movie studio in here. And then let's come right over here. This is my shrine to the Star Wars. Check this out. I got all my old figures out here. These are the Star Wars figures from the early to mid 90s. They got some pretty good detail. Luke Skywalker doesn't really look like Luke Skywalker too much there, but Vader looks good and the Emperor looks pretty good. And then I've got these little guys, some Rebels characters. And then we got Luke and Leia and Han and Yoda and those guys. I got those from the little packages from Disneyland. I want more. I can't find them anywhere else, so I got to go back to Disneyland. And my Star Wars Command pack that I haven't opened yet. And then #1 edition Star Wars. This is the new Marvel Star Wars comic book run. And as you can see, that's the special cover with all the figures on it, so it kind of fits on the shelf. It's kind of cool, a little bit. Some more Disneyland stuff, and then this guy was pretty cool. Put that together, and now down to my Legos. Oh yeah, got the Lego TIE Fighter, TIE Interceptor, I think is what that's called. Maybe, I don't know. I need more Legos. And then this is Anakin's Jedi Interceptor. Yeah, more Legos. I like to build Legos. And then down here, we've got my Boba Fett puzzle that I haven't put together yet, but I might put it together someday. And some more old figures. I was able to not open the packages for those. So, restraint. That's what they call that, restraint. And this is my new Kylo Ren figure. I don't know if I'm going to open it yet, but it's kind of cool. I'll hold on to that. And then got my big Kylo Ren over there. That's kind of cool. I haven't opened that yet either. And then look at this. Star Wars Dark Empire 2. These are like metal trading cards. I got these for Christmas like in the 90s, and I have never opened the box. And I found it in a bag of old Star Wars stuff, so I put it on my shelf, on my shrine. So I got that. Put that back over there. Move this back here. All right, and then we'll come right over here. This is my workstation. And this is where I do all the magic of the editing and stuff. As you can see, nothing but the best. High quality stuff, right? And then we won't go into the bathroom there. We'll just come right over here because there's one more thing that you really got to see. I know everybody wants to know, what does a Jedi do with his robe when he's not wearing it? He hangs it in the closet on the door. There it is. That's the tour of Dumb Guy Barry's bedroom. That's it. That's all I got for you.
Alright, so now that my council is complete with its new members, we've had a secret meeting. This meeting is about what will be in the movie The Force Awakens. We're going to put this movie up on the 17th, the day that Barry and I will go see the movie. Then about 2 days later, we're going to have a Dumb Guys Star Wars party. And I think we're going to read our predictions to everyone to see who's right. Either Barry or me, or at least closest. Right here are my top secret predictions. I'll take them out of the tablet. Now, a prediction that's not in here is that I think This movie will be a lot of fun, and I'm going to want to go see it again a few days after I see it the first time, but it's going to be very difficult for me. Because right afterwards, The Hateful Eight's coming out, and I need to go see that. Also, the new Will Smith movie, that looks pretty good. But I also don't think Layla's going to want to go see it twice. So, we'll see how that goes. Maybe I can talk her into it. Sealing the contents. Do you all attest that I have done this before the movie and not after? You know, you can't not trust Picard. I'm going to put on this Force Awakens predictions. Yes, Kylo. I know we didn't go with your choices, but you're from the dark side. Anyway, now I remember standing in line and going to see The Phantom Menace. I actually went to see it in the theater 3 times, to the extent where one of the people working there saw me coming and was like, "You again?" And it didn't really sink in for me that that movie was terrible until a little while after that. Now I knew right away something was off. I did like the lightsaber battle at the end. I still like it. But honestly, that's about all that I like about that first movie. So I'm trying to keep my hopes just right for this movie. Not as high as they were for The Phantom Menace, but I think this one will for sure at least be better than that. I think it'll even rival the original trilogy. We'll see. That's another prediction I don't have in here, is that I think it will rival the original trilogy. Maybe not Empire, but I think maybe Star Wars Jedi, it'll be in that level. We'll see, and I dare you, Barry, to get closer in predictions than me. Heath and his council, signing off.
You will regret your choices. Kylo, shut up.
Oh, hey. I was just wrapping up my Force Awakens predictions. I'm going to seal this envelope, and it won't be open until Saturday after the release. We'll see how close I get. You know, with the new Star Wars coming out, it's got me thinking about what Star Wars means to me. I know that Star Wars has a place in many, many people's lives. And I'm no different. Star Wars came out a year before I was born. It came out in 1977, and I was born in 1978. And it was already such a huge part of pop culture. My older brother insisted that my parents name me after the star of the movie, Luke Skywalker. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but they decided to go with Barry for my first name, but my middle name is Luke. So I will always be tied to the Star Wars universe. And I sometimes feel like I have the Force running through me, and as you can see there in the background, that's my Jedi cloak. So you be the judge of that. Continuing that legacy, I have named my second daughter Lily Jade Leia. So we have Luke and we have Leia. Really looking forward to this next movie coming out, because I think a lot of us Star Wars fans are looking for something to replace the prequels. There was a lot of hype and a lot of excitement when the Star Wars universe came back to the big screens back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And I think it left us wanting something different, wanting something more. It wasn't what we were looking for. It didn't satisfy our appetite for Star Wars. And I have a pretty good feeling that this movie is going to satisfy all of us fans who have been drooling for something Star Wars for many, many years now. It is going to hold up to the original trilogy, and it might even be better. It might even move this trilogy, move this universe to the future. And I'm pretty excited about it. So we just got 3 days to go until The Force Awakens. It's coming up. I can't wait for it to get here. So we'll see you next Saturday after the release.